I love you.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Watery Aquarian. It's Michelle here and I have another reading for you. Today's reading we're going to be looking at your relationship energy this week. We have two options to choose from. So think of a number from 1 to 2. The number that pops up in your mind's eye, that's your pile. So you can pause the video, choose a number, let's get to it. Hello, option 1. For those of you who selected the number 1, here's your reading. So we're going to be looking at the energy of your relationship or your connection. We're using the Earth Alchemy Oracle. Now, this is the energies that's surrounding your connection, right? So whatever you choose to do with it is up to you, right? So you could receive the message or the guidance from this reading, or you can let it roll off your back and move on, right? So let's get a card for option 1. Energies surrounding option 1 this week. Energies surrounding someone's connection this week. Wow, lovely. We have here gold and apple. We have the water and fire element, and it says rewriting. Queen codes, herstory, healing distortion. Wow. It's very pretty. I love the colors. It's really lovely. So it's very self-focused, right? Focusing on nurturing the self, focusing on fertility as well. Now with the apple, I am seeing looking after yourself, looking after your temple, your body, right? To improve fertility. We have the bees here as well. We have a bee on the apple. There's a need to work together. So it's teamwork as well. Teamwork in your connections, but on an individual basis, it's actually looking after your temple with the apple to increase your abundance or your fertility, right? And we see the balancing of the scales here. So it's a really good week to honor yourself and to also work together with your other half, right? This is also giving me the energy of clearing up any type of misunderstandings, right? So it's each person understanding the role that they play in the connection. And I know that can sound harsh, but in an essence, we all have a role, right? In a sense, we all have a role, but it's showing the apple cut here, a cut apple, an open one and a fresh one. So it's looking deeply into yourself, but also having that time with your partner and looking deeply into your connections and making sure that you both are on the same page. Doing things that allows your connection, your relationship to blossom. You're in this energy of a golden period, a positive period in your relationship. And we have here rewriting, so it's bringing about change as well. So if you were going through a period, again, of misunderstandings, distorted views on your relationships and not willing to talk and clear up any type of issues or situations, just making judgments, right, based on assumptions. This is saying that you're actually being more open and receptive to having that talk, clearing things up and starting again. But recognizing your contribution to the connection, the role that you play, your patterns in your connection, and your other half doing the same. It's accountability. If there's any type of conflicts or misunderstandings in your connection, it's being accountable for it, right? Not running from it. It's just admitting it. Okay, that was my part. I did that. Yeah. I'm sorry, or what have you, whatever it is. Part of being in your sovereignty is being able to admit your faults, when you're wrong about something. That's very powerful, to take ownership of that. Say, look, I did mess up, I'm wrong, yeah, I'm sorry, and you mean it. You know, being in that energy. That's very powerful. But it's good energies in your connection. We have the balancing of the scales, being on the same page and working together. Right, lovely. See what we got here. We have, ooh, precognition, psychic ability, future vision. Yes. You see, card number 13, reducing to 4. So this is like building a solid future together, whether this be romantic, friendship, or even family. But it's being on the same page, having open lines of communication, right? And being on the same page with your vision of the future, where you see this connection going. Being so clear within the self, and being clear in your connections to the point where you will even psychically or telepathically connect and know what each person wants without even speaking. But that requires putting in the work with yourself and in your connection, and it does involve communicating. Yes, with soul connections or sacred connections, there is something very powerful and very telepathic and divine about it, but you still got to put work in it. You know what I mean? You got to put work in yourself, and you got to put work in your connections. And a big element is communication. Communication and truth and intention. Not just saying something and not doing it. It's saying it, meaning it, and doing it, evoking change, creating change. There's a need for honesty and accountability. It's very important in order to continue or to have something solid thrive. That's lovely. Let's get some tarot. With this, she looks like a high priestess. It's also the sovereignty with the self. Looking after yourself, really connecting fully and wholly with yourself. But she has this light here, this energy. It's what you contribute in your connections, right? What do you contribute to allow it to grow, to blossom, right? Personal experiences, not bringing that baggage in either from previous relationships. But it's definitely seeing the future. For some of you, if you're not in a relationship, you actually had a vision of your person, right? All right. It's actually you having an idea as to what you want your person to possess, characteristics that you want them to possess. Oh, and healing distortion. If you're single, distorted views on relationships, on sacred relationships or connections on a whole, right? Is getting out of that fantasy land view on connections. Many people, when they're talking about or when they think about soul connections or sacred connections, they think they don't have to do any work. Right? Or they think I just work on myself and I don't need to work on the connection because it is destined and it will fall into place. You gotta put work in. You have to put work. It is no different than to any other connection. Communication is key. Effort and intention. It's important. So we have with the fire and the water element, it's like feeling driven. Right? Really feeling like reignited. Your passion, your emotion is heightened this week in your connection. The drive to create, it's the drive to build on something, on your connection. Progression, right? I'm hearing for someone, the drive to get the ring. Okay, may I have some cards for option one? Wow, you can't make this up. We got the Ten of Pentacles up in here. Wow. See? This is beautiful. Really focusing on the future. What you're building for the future. It's like a plan of action as to what you need to do or what you would like to do as a couple. Or if you're single, what you would like in, again, your mate, your ideal situation, or the situation that you want to happen when it comes to your life partner. But it's building for the future, saving for the future, for making a financial plan, whether it be, okay, well, we would like to have this house, or we have a starter house and then move up to the lifetime home, the forever home, or children or pets or whatever. But it's definitely having that talk as to where you see yourselves as a unit in maybe a year, 3, 5, 6, 12. I'm seeing those numbers, right? It's that having that talk and that clarity of communications. And if you are single, this is you doing it for yourself. You're setting things up for yourself so that when your person comes in, an ideal suitor I'm hearing comes in, it's this is the energy that you're going to be moving towards. It's like, okay, we know that we want to be together. This is where we see ourselves as a couple at this particular time frame, right? You're working on yourself to build your finances so that this runs smoothly. You're working on yourself with patterns, distorted patterns on connections, so that you can have this. You're not bringing in or attracting people who are not on the same wavelength as yourself. You're wanting that stable connection, the real deal. That's for the singles. This is gorgeous. You're taking it seriously, taking life seriously. Yeah, look at that. We have the Knight of Swords. Yeah. This is all about you making it happen. You're not messing about. This is not about fooling around and lying to yourself. This is the truth here. But this truth is not just thinking about it and sitting on it. This is action as well. Putting in the action, the legwork to making this happen. Oh my. Oh, Queen of Pentacles. This is my card of getting your ducks in order, getting organized, getting things set up, everything in place, and it's working harmoniously together. It's in flow. This is all about organization of your life together, or when that person comes in. Setting yourself up. This is gorgeous. This is such a beautiful reading. Oh my gosh, let's get some advice. It's like abundance. It's all about living a very comfortable life. Knowing what you want. And that's, it's highlighted here. You know exactly what you want. We have here card number 24, untapped inner power, right? And it says you are getting ready to experience great power from within yourself. Yep. And then we have 24 reducing to 6. Again, the card, the number of balance. But this is you now. Well, actually, this is both of you now putting in the work together to build this energy here, this stable energy, to create that legacy that you know that you both are capable of and deserve. But it's saying that you're setting yourself up for this powerful change, or increasing this wonderful and abundant experience, future life together. I'm also getting from this card being a powerhouse as a team. You're powerful on your own because you're doing the inner work, but you're more powerful as a team, two whole individuals coming together. You're more powerful. You can achieve this, I'm hearing, in no time, because you both have that drive. You both have that fire and that passion, that love, right? The emotional desire and the physical passion within to make this happen. And we got pentacle cards. So this is in the physical. It's bringing an idea to life. This is beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering live Zoom readings. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 2. For those of you who selected the number 2, here's your reading. So we're going to pull a card from the Earth Alchemy Oracle. Okay, so this is going to be the energy of the week, right? So the energy surrounding you this week. Now what you do with this energy is up to you, right? So you can receive the guidance from this reading, or you can let it roll off your back and keep it moving, right? Okay, so may I have an energy card for option 2, universe? Energy is option 2 in this week. Beautiful. So we have here, azurite and orchid. Beautiful card. What element? We have the air elemental, and it says azurite and orchid, Larian Stargate, personal power, healing entanglements, throat opening, and we have the air element. Here it is. Right. Very interesting. Azurite is a very powerful stone, right? Very powerful. It can be toxic, right? So you have to be careful. Like if you have it on your skin for long periods, it can be toxic. So I'm hearing too much of a good thing is bad, right? Too much of a good thing can be bad. But we have here, like, with this energy, it's a bit weird. It feels like a situation with multiple participants, multiple people involved, right? And this is not everyone's story, by the way, but it's not a third party. It feels like 4 or 5 different people involved in some type of entanglement, relationship entanglement, but there is an awareness of each other and an arrangement. It feels like an open relationship, but what's happened is not everyone is on the same page. So imagine like I'm seeing 6-party situation. So not a third party, but a 6-party situation. Everyone has the understanding of what they're in, the arrangement. Think polygamy, right? And but some people are getting more emotionally attached than others, and they're starting to feel away. They're starting to feel dishonored, unloved, etc. Now, mind you, once again, this is not everyone's story. There's a few people watching this where this should resonate, whether it is a third-party situation or a 6-party situation. But it's like an open relationship, but you're not following the rules. You're not playing along with the rules, right? You're starting to develop feelings. You're starting to feel dishonored, not happy in the situation. You're being called to stand in your power. If this does not serve you anymore, it is time for you to move towards something that serves you. Right? I'm not going to tell you walk out of the situation, but your intuition and your body will tell you if you want to do this or if you don't want to do this anymore and what you need to do. Right? It's saying to connect with yourself as well. Right? So it could be if you choose to exit the open situation, it's a period of getting to know yourself, getting to understand your boundaries and setting up boundaries and having standards as well. This is doing inner work when it comes to why am I participating in situations where I feel undervalued, right? Why are you putting yourself in that situation? Is it the fear of losing, abandonment? It's like you're being ill-treated, but you've volunteered to be ill-treated, right? You put yourself in that position and agreeing to that. Mind you guys, this is not for everyone, but it's calling for you now to listen to your inner voice and evoke change, bring about change, doing things now that sits right with you, having that time alone, so not in any type of attachment or relationship, to really find the peace within yourself. And then you will know what path you need to take, whether you stick on the old one or it's a new one. But I'm hearing self-discovery. It's being on the path of self-discovery. Not fearing that, well, I have to do this in order to experience love or to hold on to someone, a person. It's like discovering yourself and being the energy of being comfortable with yourself and respecting yourself. You open the door to meeting people who will value you because you're valuing yourself, right? So this is for the person who no longer is open to that open relationship, open that free love. If it's something that you like and you don't have any issues, you're not developing feelings, it is what it is. That's cool. But if you don't want to play the game anymore, the rules of the game does not apply to you anymore, listen to yourself and bring about the changes. Do not sit in something and dishonor yourself. Right? So it's with the throat opening as well. It's like speaking up for yourself. Don't feel that you need to suffer in silence. Speak up. Stand up for yourself. Now, that's for a tiny percent, very small, one or two people. Now, for the connection on a whole, this is actually you now. It's calling for you to voice your opinion, speak up for yourself in your relationships, in your connections. If you are single, it's when you're entering into connections, be in the connection, right? And for those in relationship, that also applies. Be in your relationship. When you allow someone to, how can I put it? It's like people pleasing. That's what it feels like. And I understand this because I've done this. Where you're in a new connection or you're in a connection where you don't want to create ripples. Not that the person is abusive, but you don't want to disappoint. So you find yourself doing things that you don't normally do or have any desire of doing. Right? It's saying to speak up. Right? It's saying to speak up. It's saying to now stand in this energy of being comfortable with things that you like, who you are, and sharing that with your person. Or if you're in your next relationship, if you're single. But it's saying to be present in your connections. Because being a people pleaser, yes, yes, yes person, you're not present. Do you know that? You're there, but you're not there emotionally. You're not there emotionally. And that is a recipe for disaster. The longer it goes on, whether it be the relationship ends because the person is bored, right? Or you develop resentment years down the line. You're doing things years down the line. You now stand in your power, speaking up, doing things that you love. Your person is shocked because they're like, where did this come from? You never said you like this in the beginning. But that's what they're saying. It's like, start now. Have that conversation where you're speaking up for yourself or expressing your truth. Likes, dislikes, etc. Now, if you're in some type of abusive situation, I have a different advice. Now, when it comes to abusive situations, and I'm working, some of my clients are in that kind of position. You're gonna have to play it smart, so you don't do or say things that are triggers, right? That can cause you to get hurt, like badly hurt. What you're going to do is you're going to seek help outside of the relationship, professional help, right? That's it. That's immediately what you're going to do. You're going to be getting the help to help you to not be in this situation, right? And I'm just telling you that off the bat. Do not do anything or say anything that is going to trigger you getting hurt. The personal power is it's internal, right? You are actually realizing, it's the realization, the awareness that this situation does not suit me anymore. I am going to go and seek the professional help that is going to get me out of it. Right? That's the personal power, the realization and the awareness of, I do not deserve this. But so if it is a volatile, crazy situation where you can actually get yourself hurt, possibly killed, this throat chakra thing is one where the throat chakra or the throat opening applies to the outside help that is going to help you to get out of this situation. Okay, the personal power is the awareness of you deserving more, not needing to sit in that situation. But the key thing here is the outside help. So that's for those who are in that volatile, crazy, abusive relationship, right? Now, for others where it's all cool, you're not the person respects you. This is you speaking up and sharing likes and dislikes, things that you do. Parts of yourself that you hide from them, you're revealing it so they can see it, understand it, embrace it. Okay, let's get another card. Oop, that just fell. I got another one. Okay, we have balance, stability, standing firm. Card number 40. Yeah, look at that. And then we have here, wow, card number 13, reducing to 4 again. And it's precognition, psychic ability, future vision. Yeah, it's like being really set in your ways, knowing exactly what you want for the future, for yourself, or for the connection. Like this, I'm hearing moving forward. It's like being in this energy where you are speaking openly and freely in your connection. You're present in your connection. We have 4 2 times here, right? So it's where you see the connection going, where you want to be, right? And you being firm in in your beliefs and what you have to say, what you have to share, or firm in your actions. It's definitely calling for you to not do that people pleasing thing or doing things to please your partner, to not hurt them or make them feel bad or create ruffles in the relationship. Again, non-abusive relationships I'm talking about. Or if I show myself in a particular way too powerful, he might go off and want to be with someone else. It's like, why are you afraid of being authentic? Or why should you? It's just being present in your relationship. Because when you're not, and I'm repeating this, if you are someone that is not expressing your likes, dislikes, or elements of yourself, you're not in your relationship. right? Emotionally, you are not there. I've done this. I've done this, and you are not in the connection at all. You're just present, but you're not there emotionally. Being present in a relationship is true authenticity. You are freely expressing yourself. Okay, balance, please. Five of Pentacles. That could be a fear of losing, a fear of someone abandoning or leaving. We have here the Star. So we have here, it's healing the fear of abandonment. That could be a major theme here. Yeah, look at that. The Lovers and the Five of Wands together. I feel like pulling one more. Okay, so we have the King of Swords. So it feels like someone that is likes to get things their own way. It's the King of Swords, right? Someone that makes the decisions, someone that makes a lot of the arrangements, and you just take a back seat. We have here the Lovers and the Five of Wands. It's like not to create any type of drama, upset, craziness. So I'll just go along with this because I don't want to lose this person. Now, let me stress this. This particular reading this week might not be for everyone. But if you're going to take anything out of it, what it is saying is to have clear and honest expressions. So speaking your truth and not being afraid to stand up for yourself, or just expressing how you feel, being you, not bottling it up and feeling restricted and heavy and frustrated, just being open and just freely expressing yourself. It can be as simple as, I like pistachio ice cream. So your person might be buying vanilla this whole time, or chocolate this whole time, and you're eating it and you truly love another flavor, but you please them and not express what you truly like. It could be something as simple as that. And then all of a sudden you're just eating this new flavor saying, I've always loved it. They're like, what? That's, if you're going to take anything from this reading, that's one of the key things here. That's the key theme energy this week. Now, here it shows someone that, again, makes the decisions. There's a fear of creating conflicts or even losing a connection, losing a situation, right? So the best thing is to just kind of accept things for what they are. And it's saying here not to do that. First, work on why you feel the need to hold on so tightly to what you have, right? There's a need for you to be in this energy where you're providing free and honest words of expression to your person, right? Being open and upfront. So you should be in this energy like they are, where you're expressing the truth and not worrying about the conflicts. Not worrying about, oh, this is going to cause an argument or whatever. They might not like this. Or it might bring about competition, one-upmanship. It's how you react to a situation. I always stress it because you have a choice here. You have a choice on how you come about expressing your truth, how you communicate. You can communicate in a way where it triggers and can bring about conflict, pushback, or you can communicate in a way where you're speaking your truth. There's something where there's a finality in it. There's a firmness, right? There's a sense of, there's like a warm energy with it as well, with how you communicate. Right? So it's definitely saying there's there's two ways you can go about this. Right? Bull in a china shop or eagle. And we got the air energy there, right? So it's all about honesty, and it's all about working through this energy here. It's the fear of losing. Because if you are really solid within the self, especially here with the personal power card, if you're solid within yourself and really work on building up that love within yourself, and that ability to not hold on too tightly, needing. It's not needing, it's just desiring, but it's not needing. If this person doesn't like it and they're like, sayonara, bye-bye, you should be okay with it. You're like, okay, well, clearly you're not valuing me. You don't honor me. So if you want to go, I'm sending you with love and light and blessings here. Because that means that you're not the person for me. I'm open to receiving the person that can embrace this side of myself, who I truly am. But it's all about how you choose to communicate. So that's quite interesting. Okay, let's get some advice. Okay, look, you can't make this up. Freedom of choice. Card number 2. It says, your choices are yours to make. Don't allow others to make your choices for you. I mean, seriously, guys. Let me read this again. Freedom of choice. Your choices are yours to make. Don't allow others to make your choices for you. Boom. So that kind of sums it up. Standing in your divinity, sovereignty. Right? That's beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering live Zoom readings. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.